Assalamu alaikum and greetings to all honorable colleagues. My name is Dr. Wasiq Hussain and this is my picture. Welcome to my talk and thank you very much for joining me in the seminar. I am really grateful to all the honorable organizers of this Forman International Conference on Education, especially Honorable Rector Dr. Jonathan Edlton, Honorable Vice Rector Dr. Douglas Tremble, Honorable Faculty Member of Education Dr. Asher Johnson Coker, for encouraging me to speak on this important topic. I hope honorable audience is going to enjoy my talk, so let's start enjoyment. I'm Professor of Mathematics at Forman Christian College, a chartered university, Lahore. This is Ermakos Science Building where my office is located. I did PhD in the field of applied mathematics and specialization is in elastic waves in 2000 from University of Glasgow, Scotland, UK. Here's the picture of University of Glasgow. Here's the title of the talk. Fun way or runway using technology for effective teaching in mathematics, online and face-to-face. Let's try to understand the meaning of the topic. See this jumping castle. Children, they're enjoying over it. Definitely they're going to be tired. Then they leave, but they do want to come back because they're enjoying. They have fun. Then what is runway? Something like this when one is scared and running away. Unhappily, maybe from mathematics. Oh, so many questions, so many formulas. Teacher was going very fast. Oh, I couldn't do that. What should I do? But topic says using technology for effective teaching in mathematics. Word effective is very, very important. It could be simply using technology for teaching in mathematics. Effective means something really productive, fruitful, useful, and it's used online and face to face. See this? One of my students is watching my YouTube channel and that was developed during COVID-19 lockdown. Here Mr. Corona is sitting and this is online. This is the online case. Regarding face-to-face, see this. This is face-to-face. See, projector is over there, white screen is there, and yes, technology is also being used face-to-face. Now, how to make the use of technology effective for teaching in mathematics? Here are important tips to make teaching effective by using multimedia projector. Here is the multimedia projector. In multimedia lectures, animations can be used so that a few lines or pictures should appear at a time, but not the whole slide, as going on in this seminar. Animations is an inbuilt feature in the Microsoft PowerPoint by which several objects like sentences, mathematical equations, cartoons, pictures, they appear like moving objects. While projecting the image on a wide screen, it is always helpful to use pointer or the laser pointer to indicate the things being explained. Here's the picture of the laser pointer. I am using laser pointer now. My cursor is acting as a laser pointer. By this, audience feels comfortable as they know if speaker is explaining at the top or the middle or at the bottom of the slide. Where required, key points can be written on board. Working can also be done on the board, like this. See this. But no need to write every detail as it is already available on the slides. This helps students a lot if they ask anything and instructor says that was on the previous slide or 2 slides before the current slide. Now, are there any benefits of what we are doing or what we are trying to do? Yes, there are benefits. This says both energy and time are saved for instructor and students. When we talk about saving the energy, we get something like this. And when we say saving the time, then something like this. Well, this is for fun, but the question is how? How can we say that the both energy and time are saved for the instructor and students? Question is still there. See, a person is thinking. Here's how. For the instructor, time and energy spent in writing on board are saved in explaining the concepts. This gives more time to instructor to drop down at students level for concept clarity. Similarly, for the students, time and energy spent to copy from the board are saved in understanding the concepts. Students won't be under stress to copy everything from board before instructor erases everything. They get more time to understand the concepts, raise the questions, asking the questions. Now, one might be thinking, okay, students don't have to write anything. How do they get the notes? No problem at all. See, soft copies of lectures, important handouts can be saved on the pen drive instead of carrying hard copies. And preferable are PDF files. See, so instead of carrying bundle of notes like this one, which unhappily we start doing at the school level, one can put all the notes, all the soft copies on this pen drive. And the soft copies which are saved on pen drives will be used as a useful source of knowledge whenever and wherever required. After teaching my classes, I think a lot about the following points. This is my thinking style. The first and the most important point, can I understand myself as a student if anyone teaches the way I teach? This is called self-assessment. If this happens, then there will be no complaint from students going to higher authorities to change their teacher. Point number two, basic concepts should be clarified or revised. Otherwise, advanced topics are not understandable and problem solving skills won't develop. Let's see point number three. Teaching lesser contents at a reasonable speed is much better than covering too many contents at a very fast speed. Now just have a look over here. Reasonable speed less than 60 miles per hour. Oops, this is very fast. More than 180 kilometers per hour. Of course, this is not comfortable. The first one is comfortable. Again, that is for fun. But the important point is, wherever you are teaching, you have to keep the speed or pace of the course reasonable so that students should feel comfortable. There is a very famous saying, some people are wise, rest are otherwise. Otherwise, what will happen? This will happen when you cover the whole syllabus in one night, then this will happen. After saying all that, now let us understand some mathematical concepts, topics using technology. Let's start with a very simple example. Unhappily, sometimes people make fun of mathematics that why negative times a negative is a positive. This thing, negative into negative is positive. Why? Here's a very simple explanation using technology. If x is any non-zero real number, then we divide x over x. The answer is going to be 1. As long as x is not equal to 0. Division by 0 is not defined, is not allowed. Right? So, this means when you divide any real number by itself, answer is 1. This real number can be negative. So this means 2 upon 2 is 1, then minus 2 divided by minus 2, again it is 1. And this is equivalent to minus 2 multiplied by 1 over minus 2. This is same as minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 upon 2. So negative is positive. This is a very simple explanation, but unhappily from the school level, most of the students, they memorize that negative into negative is positive. And honestly speaking, I'm not teaching in the classroom, otherwise I should have gone slower. I'm going very fast now. Secondly, one should try to relate such examples with a real life situation. See this. Here's a daily life example to understand this. Your enemy's enemy is your friend. So negative is positive. See this. Here's the enemy. There goes negative. Here's enemy. Again negative. Here's the friend. Red alert. Positive. So this is one simple example. Now let us consider an advanced mathematical topic. Symmetry of a figure. By a symmetry of a figure, we mean any rigid transformation or any fixed transformation which leaves the figure looking the same or occupying the same region of the plane. One example is of reflection symmetry. It states that if there exists at least one line that divides a figure into two halves such that one half is the mirror image of the other. Of course, this is not understandable without drawing a diagram or pictures. So, humble request to all ladies and gentlemen, please see real life examples of reflection symmetry on next slide. Please see the picture of Sheesh Mahal, which is divided into two halves by this red line. This red line is also called axis of symmetry, and see, each half is the mirror image of the other. So this is an example of reflection symmetry. See the picture of Badshahi Mosque, and that is also divided into two halves by this blue line, and each half is the mirror image of the other. See this Lahore Fort, and this picture, it is also divided into two halves by this red line, and each half is the mirror image of the other. Now see this human face. Human face is also symmetric about this red line, and each half is the mirror image of the other. As a picture is worth 1,000 words, so multimedia technology is really helpful to clear complicated mathematical concepts by including pictures. Here are student comments from the course evaluations. First one says the use of multimedia is the best way of teaching students, and other teachers should follow this method. Second is, I am really thankful to the teacher and his effective way of teaching using multimedia. It has alleviated my fear of long and scary looking mathematical equations. I like the way he concentrates on the proofs and roots of the concepts. Alleviated means reduced. Well, this was not part of the evaluation. I put it myself over there, this diagram, in order to explain the meaning of alleviated. Here's another feedback from the students. The way of teaching with multimedia is really effective and the concepts got very easy to grasp. Grasp means strong grip. Using multimedia in classroom is really a good idea, so we don't have to put efforts in writing and concentrate fully on learning. These are student comments from course evaluations, but during face-to-face teaching. Here are the issues which were being faced for online classes during COVID-19 lockdown. First one, weak internet signals, or maybe no signal at all, so really difficult to join an online class. Second, sometimes inaudible sound, maybe noisy sound, or no sound at all. Third, sometimes power failure, so again really difficult or maybe impossible to join an online class. Now the question is, what do I do now? The answer: using technology for effective online teaching during COVID-19 lockdown. Here's Mr. Corona. That's what I did. I recorded my lectures in the same way as I deliver face-to-face in classroom. And if required, I made extra slides as no whiteboard was available to write the key points. As I mentioned before, that it's always better to write the key points on the board. But as on online classes, whiteboard was not available, I made extra slides. And I recorded my lectures on Microsoft PowerPoint. There is an inbuilt feature in Microsoft PowerPoint to record a video. I edited the video using video editor and finally uploaded on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel, Dr. Wasiq Hussain, Mathematics with Music. I also play flute, so one can find my flute performances over there as well. Students can watch at their convenience. There was no compulsion on time when they have to watch, whenever internet is available and whenever electricity is available. I didn't take any Zoom session or any online class, but for course queries and to remove the difficulties of students, I stayed in touch with my students via email and WhatsApp. And on WhatsApp, I made groups for each course, but that group was only for the teaching purpose. Now, here are student comments from course evaluations, this time during COVID-19 lockdown. First one says the whole process of giving video lectures was so conducive to learning or made possible to learn for the students that everyone was able to learn at one's ease. Second says I found no difference between online and on-campus classes. I really appreciate the efforts of making videos, editing and uploading on YouTube. Point number 3 says YouTube lectures are the best because we can listen more than once if we stuck at any point. And if any student due to lack of confidence don't ask questions to the instructor, then he or she can listen the YouTube lectures more than one time to clear the concepts. I am still continuing with my YouTube channel although COVID-19 is finished. Please see 2 important facts on next slide. First one says if a student misses a class, then he or she can watch the online lecture to cover the missing stuff. Second says students can watch the online lectures during and after graduation. When I say during, it means when my course is going on or while taking another course whose prerequisite is my course. And when I say after graduation, it means whenever required, like during practical life or when they go for higher studies. When I say practical life, I know several students who are now colleagues and they watch my lectures before preparing their own. Secondly, when they go for higher studies, I know several students who are studying in national and international universities and they're continuously watching my YouTube lectures to refresh their undergraduate background. So that's all from my side. Would you like to discuss any type of discussion or questions are most welcome. Thank you very much.